Right. Psalm 91. Have it, you say amen.
Amen.
He that dwelleth
Come on now.
in the secret place
Yeah.
of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Yes, sir.
He that dwelleth in the secret place
Yes, sir.
of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day, nor the pestilence that walketh in the darkness, for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh to thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. This is my last one. There shall be no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Tell somebody, I've got protection. Tell somebody, I've got protection. Now talk to yourself and say, I know I've got protection. Maybe see the first thing that we need to understand is whenever you're dealing with life, life causes you to need protection. Can I get a witness in here? There are some times when you just need to be protected. I'm reminded of anybody ever been robbed, a home ever broken into. It makes you change your mind about how you consider your protection to be. I don't know about you, but if somebody were to break in my home while I'm there, you'll read about them the next day. Amen. I must be by myself. Maybe I'm the only one to feel that way. If you find yourself in my home, invading my property where my wife and children are, something is going to happen to you.
All right.
Amen. We're going to read about you the next day. It happened over in Marion, Arkansas. Man broke into a home over there and didn't realize the man whose home he had broken into was an off-duty police officer. Blocked off the whole street. In fact, it was right down the street from the Hamptons home. And I called her to see if they was all right. She didn't even know what was going on. Couldn't leave the house for hours because the street was blocked off. But I guarantee you, if the man knew when he was breaking into that home that protection was there, he wouldn't have went in there. Amen. He went straight from that house to the morgue. I'm telling you now, you must understand that protection is needed. Don't leave your home without cutting the alarm on.
That's right.
Gotta get a witness in here. Don't leave the home without locking your doors. These are not the 50s anymore. You can't leave your doors unlocked.
That's right. Amen.
And I'm go further. Don't leave your car doors unlocked.
Right.
Can I get a witness in here? When I was in a position where I had 2 38 pistols by 2 men on both sides of the car, ready to rob and or kill me. My doors were locked and they couldn't open the door. And so that gave me a couple extra seconds to get out the way. Can I get a witness in here? Tell somebody, keep your doors locked.
Keep your doors locked.
But see, we must understand that even though we go through different things in life to ensure protection. We go through different things in life. We lock our doors. We get alarm systems. Some of us buy pistols and knives or what have you just to ensure protection. But I'm going to tell you something. You can have all of that, and if you don't have Jesus, you don't really have protection. Yeah, you can have the best of guns. You can have the best of knives. You can have the best security system in the world. You must understand that if you don't have Jesus, you are left unprotected.
All right.
I don't know about you, but if it had not been for the Lord's protection, can I get a witness in here? Some of you now, you were driving past accidents that could have been you, that should have been you, that the enemy had designed to kill you, but I'm telling you, look at you, you're still here. Can I get a witness in here? You've been going through things, some of the things you've been through in your life. Can I get a witness in here? The Lord knew that he had a plan destined for your life. He had a plan, a vision for your life that must be fulfilled. Let me tell you something. If God has a plan for your life, you don't have the ability to die until the plan is fulfilled. Can I get a witness in here? You don't have the ability to die until the promises of God are fulfilled in your life. I don't know about you, but even though God has promised you something, what you're looking at now looks like it has nothing to do with what God promised. Can I get a witness in here? It looks like what you're seeing right now doesn't add up to what God said. But I come to let you know you need to hold on. Hold on. Because you got protection. Even while the enemy is trying to kill you, you got protection in God. That's why the Bible tells us that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Let me tell you something. Bullets are made every day. Knives are made every day. But until the bullet is propelled through a gun, it doesn't mean very much. Right. Yeah. You don't just walk up to somebody and throw bullets at them and expect them to run. But I'm telling you what the Bible is telling us, that even though the weapons are formed, they won't prosper. And see, even the enemy is always on this track. The enemy is always trying to find ways to make you give up. He's always trying to find ways to make you quit. He's always trying to find ways to make you give up on God and the church. But you got to go back and get your protection. I don't know about you, but I thank God for protecting me. In fact, not only did he protect you, he hid you from some stuff. I like a song by Bruce Farham that says, hide me. Let me tell you something. God has hidden you from some stuff. Oh yeah, don't look at me like you've been saved all your little life. Like you was born with a halo over your head and a Bible under your arm. But I'm talking to the few folk who know you done messed up wrong. I'm talking to some folk who know that you've been through some things that you had no business being in, but God protected you. You got pulled over by police officers and you know you were riding dirty, but God protected you. God protected you in the middle of your mess. Do I have anybody here that know God has protected you in the middle of your mess? So then he talks about, the Bible tells us now in this Psalm 91, and it says that he that dwelleth in the secret place. The first thing is, we must look at that word dwelleth. You see, it doesn't say he that dwells. He that dwelt. It said he that dwelleth. So that ETH denotes a state of continuation, Bishop, which means those who continue to dwell. Those who continue to seek the face of God. Let me tell you something. Don't get tired of seeking God. It amazes me how so many folks say they saved and love God and don't love church. He didn't say he that comes to church once a month. He didn't say he that goes to church when scandal is not on TV. He didn't say he that comes to church when Empire season is over. He said he that dwelleth. You continue to dwell in his presence. Let me tell you something. One thing that you got to understand, when you're in God's presence, he keeps you from messing up. It's hard to stay in God's presence and cuss all day. Can I get a witness in here? It's hard, oh my God, to stay in God's presence with a bottle of alcohol in your mouth. It's hard, oh my God, to stay in God's presence going to the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. But if you dwell in his presence, he'll protect you. I hear people say all the time, it's so hard to live saved. It's so hard for me to say no. It's so hard for me to walk away from stuff. Let me tell you something. If you keep your prayer life intact, your salvation will be intact. When you realize that there's something in your life that is sensitive to you, when you realize there's something in your life that causes you to yield to the other side, that's what you need to pray about more. Can I get a witness in here? God healed me, and I'll tell you one thing. He healed me from sickness because I stayed in his presence. He healed me from cancer because I stayed in his presence. He healed